I read this script once and there was a line in it that said, if I don't have my memories, did I ever exist? And it's always stuck with me. Our memories are supposed to last forever. They're what shapes us and makes us who we are. The idea that I won't be able to remember the life I've experienced, or my wife, my kids. This is probably my biggest fear.
We've got every blood test one can get, and overall, your labs look fantastic. We did find a couple of things that are a cause for concern. You have a very rare combination, which is you have 2 copies of ApoE4, a set from your mom and a set from your dad. You have an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease.
How much higher?
Probably somewhere between 8 and 10 times higher than that of someone in the general population.
I don't know, you're constantly thinking you're gonna live forever, especially as a young individual, and then to all of a sudden be told, oh, this may be the thing that might take you out, was like, whoa. Kind of floored me for a minute.
If we take every step possible, we can reduce your risk to that of anyone else.
Sure.
In fact, you having this gene is probably a blessing. This is going to motivate you to take steps today that most people your age would never think about until they're in their 50s or 60s.
Sure. I've spent most of my life paying very detailed attention to my health and wellness, but I've never really focused on the health of my brain. This news changes things.
Watch what I do first, and then you copy me. All right, here we go.
That's why I'm meeting renowned neurologist, Dr. Sharon Shah. Wait, hang on. Was that... Let's go say it again.
Just like you have to take time to work out your body,
Yeah.
you have to take time to work out your brain. Novel challenges can stimulate neuronal connections. So let's give you something novel. Let's give you something where you can really challenge your brain.
This is pretty spectacular.
Without anything to distract him, no phone, no GPS, Chris is going to have to navigate his way through the Outback using only his brain. And because social contact is so important for cognitive function, his friend the artist, Otis Hope Carey, is going with him.
In this part of the world, landscape and memory are intertwined.
Body, mind, spirit.
Indigenous people have been in Australia for 60,000 plus years, so we've got a very long connection to Mother Earth. We believe there's memory in the rocks, in the water, in the wind, in the sky.
On your journey, you will listen to our country speak to you. Hear the sounds of this world with your own ears, not ears of others. See this world with your own eyes, and not eyes of others.
This is where we're starting. Gonna head out this way, right? Is there a track through there, or we're gonna have to...
No, we're going to make our own tracks.
Forest ridgeline, waterfall. After the waterfall, climb up to open country. And I'm gonna get us lost, for sure. Good, well, I'm glad you're there.
Hand me your phones.
Right, there you go.
Thank you. Thank you. Is that all?
That's it, that's all.
That's all of them.
There's one more. This one.
So who's gonna find this harder?
Probably Otis. Gonna have a real tough time, aren't you, mate?
Good luck.
Do you think we're heading in the right direction? Just keep walking. It's the best thing to do when you're lost, right?
Jeez. Quicksand.
It's like that scene in Never-Ending Story. Remember Never-Ending Story?
No.
You Never-Ending Story, you never saw it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, Otis.
Remember those old TVs where you had to, like, move the antenna around?
It's not just about moving the antenna, it was about standing in the right part of the room.
Don't sit there, Dad. You'll make the TV go fuzzy.
Yeah. I grew up in the Northern Territory, right in the middle of nowhere, and I didn't own a pair of shoes because it was too hot, and we spent our entire time outside, basically. My earliest memory. I was very young. I was probably 4. My dad going to pick someone up from the airport, which was a big strip of dirt, basically, in the middle of the Outback. And I walked out looking for him and then just kept on walking. I remember the dry, crackling heat with my feet just feeling like they were on fire. I was in tears. I didn't know where my dad was, but all of a sudden he came over the hill. He was in an obvious state of panic, wondering what I was doing in the middle of the Outback, wandering around on my own. I remember the warmth and the comfort of feeling safe and secure in his arms.
It's amazing being here and not distracted. Just how all your senses are heightened. All the smells, everything you touch, the sound. So beautiful. Oh boy!
Well, that has definitely cleared my head. And it makes me think, I hope I'll still be dive bombing when I'm an old guy. Since my test results, I've been thinking a lot about growing older and what my life might look like then. My grandfather, yeah, he has Alzheimer's. His memory's deteriorating and has been for the last couple of years. My most vivid memories of him were sitting in the garage with him. He'd build us swords, little fake sort of, pistols and rifles and things. I have such beautiful memories, which I'm so thankful for. I'm just this nurturing, kind individual. He's a beautiful man.
So your grandfather, he has Alzheimer's?
Yeah. Doesn't remember who we are, as grandkids, but also even his own children, forgets. Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Would you consider yourself a good sleeper?
No, not a very good sleeper. I wake up a lot through the night. Something about the nighttime and sleeping would amplify any sort of concerns, or so I felt guilty about something. I felt like I did something wrong or something I was concerned about.
Sleep is not a passive activity. It's actually an active time during which the brain is healing. And in your case, Chris, because of your increased risk, we really want to take sleep seriously. Even a single night of missed sleep leads to some of the accumulations of toxins in the brain that predispose people to Alzheimer's disease.
How'd you sleep last night? It was pretty wet.
Beautiful with the waterfall in the background.
Waterfall sung me to sleep.
Yeah.
You look like a bit of a mountain goat, man.
Yeah.
All that gym work, you'd be able to carry me up there.
We've made it. And all without a phone, GPS, or even a map.
Well done, mate.
I started this journey concerned that I might lose my memories when I'm older. But I've realized just how much of this is in my own hands. The prescription is simple. Eat and sleep well. Challenge my mind and body with new experiences, and immerse myself in nature, away from the distractions and stress of modern life. And crucially, share all of this with the people I love. They're things I love to do anyway. Things I want to do more often. And hopefully I'll not only live a happier, more rewarding life, bringing joy to my family and my friends, just as my grandpa did, but together we'll forge precious new memories that will live with me for the rest of my life.